I would like to open this episode with a heartfelt thanks to our audiences on the various audio platforms and on YouTube and our Patreon members, because thanks to you, we are trying something new with our audio quality this week. I have purchased a set of wireless lav mics because my one complaint about the audio that we've had in recent episodes is anytime we have people in the studio with me, like Raven and Sal and Paul, they're far away from the mic and the audio quality ends up not amazing. So what I've done is we've purchased some lav mics that we have equipped onto Sal and Raven, who are here with me this week. Paul is not here. Emily's not here. But we're gonna. So there might be an issue with my mic specifically because we are running both my actual studio mic and the wireless lav mics at the same time. But we're gonna see how the audio turns out. Let me know in the comments on whatever platform you're listening to this on. Let us know how it sounds, and if everyone's happy with the change, then we will go with that consistently going forward. But I just want to again thank you to everyone who listens on any platform and all of our Patreon subscribers, because it's thanks to you that we were able to afford these with very minimal out-of-pocket expense.
Woo!
That said, cue the roll call!
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect!
Show running super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Ultra Guard.
Trauma-inducer. Northcaster, combining the power of Toku and anime. Redcaster, Cho Raven.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 540.
Woo! It's a caterpillar.
Swaddle.
Swaddle.
He's got balls on his head.
Or as the Discord spells it, Sweetle.
Oh, Sweetle.
Sweetle, Sweetle, Sweetle.
Like, what if?
Everywhere.
Yeah, see, I thought that was wrong. It is Swaddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swaddle.
Because
It's like Sweetle, it's Swaddle.
Yeah.
It's Caterpie, but worse.
Batterbee.
You know what? Now I kind of want someone to have a baby, and then for Halloween, dress.
Certainly
it up
hope
like
someone has a
swaddle.
baby. That's how the human race survives.
100% someone has done that with their baby.
I mean, I already have a plan of if I ever have a daughter one day, I'm gonna dress her up as Emmy, and I'm gonna be Ultraman from Ultraman Rising.
That's cute. I love
That's
that.
gonna be like the greatest Halloween costume ever.
Also, the last week was 1 year anniversary of Ultraman Rising. It's still a phenomenal fucking film, and everyone should watch it.
And unlike another movie that came out last year, where it's still up in the air of whether or not it's getting a sequel or not. R.I.P. Transformers 1.
Yeah.
I'm done saving you.
Speaking of yearly occurrences, the Sunday after this episode airs is my birthday.
Woo! Happy Brappy.
You know what that means?
You did it.
Yeah.
We get to watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
You know what that means? I live despite all odds.
Wow.
I mean, now on my birthday, I need to watch Small Soldiers because it came out on my 9th birthday.
Yeah, we need to do that for a Castranger topic one day. You know, I will be full on Quentin reviews on that movie. Like, I will have stacks upon stacks of information on that movie.
Are you scared? We're all scared.
But,
We're doing it, and I'm disappointed. Give me a minute.
for those who didn't immediately pick up on why we're mentioning Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that movie is soul bonded to me for life because it came out the exact day and year I was born.
You lucky bastard.
And for anyone who's curious how old I'm turning, you can now Google that movie to find out.
Ooh, actually, speaking of movies, today celebrates the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Oh.
Shit.
I think people have had Jaws for a lot longer than that.
Oh, you got him.
Oh, there's Raven with the gift.
Nobody fucking posted it, and I'm disappointed. So there it is.
I let it run a couple times, even though we're risking getting copyright zapped.
Right?
Oh, he shot
I mean,
him.
I like the Waz one more.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, happy birthday.
I still have the fucking EY sound on my soundboard.
But yeah, check out Jaws if you've never seen it. That movie, that's one of those ones that holds up.
Great movie.
It's really good.
EY.
Here's the Waz
There
gift.
it is.
Thank you,
Happy
Waz.
birthday.
All right. Yeah, so thank you to anyone who is tuning in. If you happen to be checking us out for the first time, we are a gaggle of Toronto-based dorks who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
This week's a Jaws.
One of these Castrangers is not like the other.
This week's topic is Jaws.
It's the original Sentai, really.
It is a live-action special effect.
blockbuster.
It is live-action special effects.
It is, in fact, a tokusatsu.
We could. That is arguable, yeah.
You know, let's not talk about Daishikkaku.
Trust me,
All right, let's stop this episode and go watch Jaws and then come back.
I don't need to rewatch it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh my god, Ichi.
I still think that shark looks fake.
It somehow doesn't surprise me, but okay.
That's a Back to the Future 2 reference.
Good one, too.
Thank you.
Anyways.
All right, so this week we're talking about Gavv, episode 39, a.k.a. episode Sankyu. They didn't actually do anything with that. I just like to point that out. Gozyuger, episode 17, and then our feature topic is finishing up season 1 of Sentai Daishikkaku with 11 and 12.
As multiple of us in the room are finishing season 2 right now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Lane, yeah, I guess those are the best Jaws ever, Willem Dafoe's.
Jesus Christ. I'm something of a Jaws myself.
I would love to, after he has passed peacefully, I would love to own his skull. What the fuck does that look like? Willem Dafoe's skull.
What if he passes violently?
No, it looks like the Green Goblin mask, but it's like...
Oh my god, that's what I would do. I would just talk to it like the Green Goblin. Tell me.
Yeah, you get a replica of Willem Dafoe's skull, and then you just place it on top of one of your lounger chairs,
and it just says to me, "The heart cell. First we go after his heart."
I always just loved when you'd hear like the do over here.
So good. He's so good
it.
in that movie.
Thank you, Willem Dafoe.
I can't see. I know what scene you guys are talking about where he's crawling in his living room. And just, the mask is sitting on the chair.
Remember,
avenge me.
Remove those out of your way.
This is why. Sorry, Ichi, but this is why we could never do Spider-Man as a topic, because all we would be doing is just quoting the movie.
I get it.
God bless.
So we'll just watch the superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
we have some news to talk about.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a new thing. So we're gonna have Ichi just say the news article, and then we'll talk afterwards, because sometimes we let news go on.
Shut up! He's trying to help you, Ichi. Okay, that's what's help. That's what's important here.
Yeah. What's so funny?
I just love how you're treating the concept of respectfully listening and then waiting to offer your opinion as we're gonna try something new.
Yeah.
Is that wrong? I mean...
No, and that's why it's funny!
Also, by the way...
Because we've always been a very free-form, like, chemistry-based conversation kind of show. So the fact that we're putting any sort of organization into the structure of our conversations at all is fucking hilarious.
Great.
That looks fucking cool. Can we see that in the other forms too? No,
Actually,
can we see that in the other forms too?
Yeah.
But that means the faceplate has to be darkened as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's from Wolf or Croc.
It's
from Croc. What a Croc! Whoever edited it.
This Croc's a Croc.
Well, whoever edited that is a Croc. Anyways, let's transform into news mode, everyone.
News mode.
So, unfortunately, some more familiar faces are joining the Boonboonja Formation Lap special. It's the motherfucking Sekaizoku, the Goldtweakers. Oh, and also they just announced the Go-On Wings are coming in too. But I'll have an article on that next week, probably.
Yeah, we'll probably talk about that next week, but just say for now, damn it, this is how freeform we are. This is how bad of a freeform this is. I'm so used to making a comment.
Go, Ichi.
So, I knew this would happen.
You gotta talk fast.
I love how we immediately failed.
But we're trying.
Guarded, not me.
The Toei Tokusatsu fan club Twitter account revealed 2 Zenkaijers will join the cast of the Boonboonja Formation Lab Cleaner of the Galaxy spin-off. Atsui Mashiko as Zox Goldtweaker and Hinami Mori as Flint Goldtweaker. So the world pirates who travel between parallel worlds are here. What is their new goal? The protagonist of this spin-off, Sakito, will be taking a certain request, but is there a connection? On a certain planet in space, their objectives intersect and a turbulent story unfolds. That's what the article says. Flint, on the other hand, will make an important role in making Bune Diesel realize a certain truth. He's a robot.
Oh my god!
It's being written by Natsumi Moriichi, who wrote some episodes of Boom Boomger, and directed by Hiroyuki Kato, who did King Oja vs. Dunn Brothers. Special is premiering early summer this year on the TTFC, and they will be revealing more details on June 20th, which is the day we're recording this, and I'm sure those details are that the Go-On Wings are in it.
Yes.
Time is
hell yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
now you may speak.
It is so hard to not say things.
There's that gift.
I'm happy to see the Goldtweakers back because I like Zox and Flint. So,
well, someone
Where are
had
these
to.
guys?
They're the 6th Ranger from Zenkaiger and Annoying Sister.
Oh, I see.
No,
Okay.
she was annoying. Fuck you.
No,
I didn't watch Zenkaiger.
You're right. She was a Mary Sue.
Sorry, what did you call the series?
What did I call it?
Did you say Shin Kaiger?
No, Zenkaiger, right?
Okay, yeah, it's Zenkaiger. I thought I misheard you.
I thought you were gonna say. Did you say Zenkaiser? Because like, did I?
Whoa. The names are very
Kaiser 2, Secret of the Ooze.
that we had that. It was in Don Brothers.
What did he look like on that chart there? Which one's he?
Oh yeah, no
This
mention
one.
of Kamen or
Katana.
of their yeah, no mention of their brothers.
We don't need those two. It's fine.
Sorry, no mention of who?
The brothers.
Of the two brothers.
All I heard is the brothers of the brothers. Who are we talking about?
Katana and Ricky, I said.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
Flint will
they
become
are
the new
his
Goku.
forms, so I assume they're around.
They just don't get acknowledged in the news article.
They're not Rangers.
No, because they couldn't decide whether to keep them practical or CGI. It was annoying.
Spoilers: the CGI on them looked like shit.
It did.
Yeah.
Is this more for like a ship wheel?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the wheel of a ship attached to a pistol with a sword blade folded over the side of it, and also it is a tambourine.
And also
It's
his
in the-
actual Sentai suit looks like it's trying really hard to be a Gokaiger.
Yeah, like it's straight
Well,
up
that's what I was-
golden Gokai red.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, I thought that was just a go.
It's the shittiest changer on the most rip-off of a
Yeah,
suit in the entire
but-
franchise.
Still
But,
better than the Tega sword, though.
From a show
But-
where every single suit was a ripoff of something from a previous
But-
Sentai. So, you know.
but you get to hear Tomokazu Seki shout "Yo-ho!" I fucking love it.
I was hoping it was a belt because that way I could look at it and go, "What's that thing?" And he can go, "R, it's driving me nuts."
Well, yeah,
Stole
because it's
that
funny.
from
It's
Robot
funny because the Zenkaigers use the Geardalinger, and then his was called the Geardalinger.
Because a Dalinger pistol.
Hello, Dongdalinger. That's I'm pretty sure I made that
dear.
joke.
Oh,
I'm sure someone's
It was
excited for this.
cool.
Statistically, someone has to be excited, and it's Lane.
Yeah. No, hey, I love these guys. I love Zenkaiger. Fuck you.
Lane's the bright ray of sunshine in a dark universe.
That's true.
Fact.
Everyone's hoping Flint
Well, now you're not,
transforms
Lane.
into
You
a
have to be
stage show
humble
suit.
about it.
Oh, Tsukaiser Flint.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that. I will say it would be fun to see them both fight together.
Yeah, you know what? If this is directed by Koichi Sakamoto, you bet your ass it's gonna happen.
You know what I'm curious about?
Well, they already said who it's being directed by, and it's not Sakamoto.
Oh, okay, so it's not gonna
Picks up
happen.
on the mic.
No.
Let's find out.
Sorry?
I was like, you know what I'm curious about? If me drinking anything will pick up on the mic.
Oh, 100%.
Let's find out.
I mean, you can look at the audio levels as we're going.
I mean, you're definitely going to find out one way or the other because I finished this in the first chunk of this.
Yeah. So, apologies to anyone who doesn't like the sound of people drinking on mic.
If it's actually that bad, let us know.
Oh, is that me?
No, we just said it was us.
Oh,
Us with our
I didn't hear
lapel
that part.
mics.
In fact, here, I'll add to it.
Chug, chug, chug.
All right.
Not hearing that. That's
The
amazing.
Discord.
Well,
the
again,
Discord
you're
won't.
only hearing one of the two mics. The recording gets both. We went over this.
All right, next story.
Kuuga News.
Yeah.
At the cast premiere preview at the Tokyo venue for the Super Kuuga exhibition event, the cast of Kamen Rider Kuuga reunited for the first time in 25 years.
And they seemed happy about it.
So yeah, Joe Odagiri was there.
Yeah. No, that was going to be my first question, and I saw him in the first picture. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, yep, okay.
So there was Joe Odagiri, who was Yusuke Godai, Shingo Katsuyama, who was Ichijo, also present at the reunion, Wakana Chizaki, who was Minori Godai, Yuka Takashima, who was Mika Natsume, Kaori Mizushima, who was Ikari Enokita, Takashi Matsuyama, who was Morimichi Tsukita, Takashi Inoue, who was Shoji Kanzaki, Mia Nanamori, who was the rose-tattooed woman. I believe there was another article a week or two ago about how we're finally going to get to see her monster form.
One of these things is not like the other.
Mitsuru Fujio, who was Shu Gomagu, Akira Nogami, who was Shu Zainda, Miho Kiro, who was Me Garima Ba, Masaharu Mori, who was Me Galme Rei, and Kenji Urai, who was the iconic monster in Daga Vazeba.
If you couldn't tell,
Life
so
Form
the
number
last
0?
handful were all monster names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
The Super Kuuga exhibition celebrates the hero and legend that kicked off the Heisei era of Kamen Rider, with series producer Shigenori Takatera serving as the exhibit supervisor. The exhibit started in Tokyo on June 14th and will tour all over Japan and will visit Fukuoka, Nagoya, and Osaka. And there are also plans for an Asian leg of the exhibition next year.
It's just the leg of Kuuga going across Asia.
It's just Kuuga kicking across the continent.
No, not even that. We tore off one of the legs on the suit.
Oh.
And it's just going across Asia.
Jesus.
That's a leg of a tour.
Mm-hmm.
If we were still doing extra as a separate episode, the thumbnail of the extra episode would
just be somebody just carrying Kuga's leg.
No, it would be like a world map shot of Asia and Japan, and then it would just be Kuga's leg kicking across the gap.
Well, you can just put Kuga's leg somewhere in the thumbnail still. just randomly, why not?
What the fuck is that?
That's why they go to our thumbnails. You see, it's like.
By the way, for those who don't know, I've been all of our episode thumbnails get posted on the Castranger Facebook page. So if you want to see full art of the thumbnails, they're all there.
Yeah, we
should do a Blue Sky account where we also upload thumbnails and post the episodes.
One of the thumbnails will probably get me canceled one day. See if you can find out which one.
Can you guess which?
I just always remember that one thumbnail that Cell recommended, where it was just this guy pretending to be dead, or he was dead. We just put him in the thumbnails from this movie, really obscure movie.
Oh no, yeah, he wasn't dead. He was
when we
sleeping.
did the Ichigo Ghost hyper battle video crossover video.
Yeah, that was
Cameron Mitchell, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, very cool that we see Joe Odagiri associating with the Kuuga staff again.
I love seeing how Joe Odagiri looks now, and it's he's trying to look as little as Godai Yusuke as possible to make.
I'm sorry, I see this photo of him, and he just looks so bored out of his fucking mind.
I mean, he's probably this tickles my nostalgia bone a bit, but he's just it's just that was 25 years ago. So
well, again, that's just the thing. We've already acknowledged. Does he hate being on Kuuga? No. Does he ever want to come back to Rider? No. But did he have a good time on the show? Yes.
Yeah.
It's why do I need to go see Kuuga? I got Kuuga at home.
Yeah, he looks like a guy visiting an art museum. You are correct. That's basically the look.
It's there's a you know what, Lane? Two sides of the same coin. You got Joe Odagiri, and then you got Takashi Saruno, who's Ultraman Dyna.
Yep.
He'll show up for anything relating to Ultraman. He'll always be in love with the fans. Where Joe Odagiri was yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
It was a show I did. It was neat.
That was it.
All right. Moving on to our next Kuuga news. These next two were lightly touched on last week, but now we have the full articles.
Oh, yeah.
So, in complete selection modification news, we have the announcement of the Grongi Belt Gedo Rudo and the Henshin Belt Arkle 25th edition, or 25th anniversary version. So the CSM Arkle is based on the belt Kuuga, blah, blah, blah. The previous CSM release allows the user to transform into all of Kuuga's known forms, including Rising Ultimate, which is exclusive to Decade. It is unknown yet what the improvements or changes will be with this release, but based on the teaser image, it might be focused on Ultimate form. And then the CSM Grongi Belt Gedo Rudo is the belt worn by the Grongi and Daga Vazeba. No other details yet. We don't yet have the price or release date either.
Will it allow you to cause your friends to combust into flames?
We can only hope.
I'm going to hold up my hand and you will be lit on fire.
Every child's dream.
Right?
You know, I just want to bring this up quickly for those that are only listening to the audio. Our friend Vegas in the chat brings up a very good analogy for Joe Odagiri. He is the Christopher Eccleston of Kamen Rider.
I was thinking it, yeah.
Where
Destro?
Christopher Eccleston was the 9th Doctor for the revival of Doctor Who. He only did 1 season, and then that was essentially it. He's recently been doing more stuff, but as of now, he is like sort of in the same boat of, yeah, it was fun. I'm never gonna come back to it, but it was fun.
Christopher Eccleston?
Eccleston.
He did.
Making
he
a
did
joke.
He did do some like audio dramas as the 9th Doctor. So.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
I want to listen to those. Those sound great.
Anyways, get this belt and you can kill 100,000 people off screen. So there you go.
I know next to nothing about Doctor Who, but I saw this meme comic on social media the other day this week where it's like, all right, we have time travel to a random year. How do we know what year it is? Hey, you, who is the current Doctor Who? David Tennant. It could be fucking any year.
That's fucking good.
Even I get that.
All right.
But yeah.
Also, I want to add an addendum to our plan here. I do think we should be allowed, when the new article shows up, to go a bit of a ooh and ah.
Yeah, have a reaction to it.
Yeah.
And then we shut up.
Next
Then we shut
Kuuga,
up, that's right.
Next Kuuga article. Complete style gigantic dragon rod.
That's sick.
The gigantic
Wait, they're selling Cell's dick? Oh my god.
Lane.
With Kung Fu extend action.
Oh, it does do that.
So it does the thing. Got it.
If the name of the product is complete style gigantic dragon rod.
Did Bad Dragon sell this?
I don't think they thought this one through.
No, I'm calling this the gigantic dragon rod from now on.
The gigantic rod.
Like how I said, let's not derail right away. Then
No, this one deserves being
True,
derailed.
true,
Jesus, yeah.
It's a gigantic dragon rod.
Gotta find those dragon rods.
The employee horde goes to the gigantic dragon rod.
wow, you got to see the gigantic dragon rod.
Rod
Okay,
that
again,
will
if we were-
pierce the grongi.
If we were doing extra as a separate thing, the thumbnail would also want it to be would just be seven of the dragon rods, but like stylized as the Dragon Balls.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like that's gotta be the title of the episode if we were still doing extra.
Yeah, gigantic dragon rod.
No, if we were still doing extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
That's
just be
gotta
the
be the
title of the
title.
episode. Yeah.
So yes, Bandai Japan announced the CSG Dragon Rod from Kuuga. It is the Kuuga Dragon Form weapon. Previous CSG items include the Titan Sword and Pegasus Bowgun.
Nuts.
Which, just to derail quickly, I had to look up. I'm like, when were those announced again? The Titan Sword was announced in June of 2022, and the Bowgun was announced in March of 2023.
So what we
it's
need to complete the 4 set is like the mighty form like leg
Legs.
like
leg
the
attachment.
Kuga's legs.
his legs. No,
Just
like
Kuga's legs.
the like what the fuck is the word for it? Like it's like a bracelet but on your foot.
Yeah. The ankle piece
anklet.
that he gets.
Do you know what I
Mighty
learned
anklet.
recently? Do you know what I learned recently though? That was pretty fucking mind blowing. Apparently, Ultimate Kuuga can also use all of his weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he
know
not?
It's the ultimate form.
Why would he not be able to
Never
do
saw
it?
him do it.
Well, no,
Yeah, no,
it's-
you're right.
it
He
was-
didn't. He didn't. But
It was concept. It's a concept piece of just.
I would also like to point
yeah.
out. I would also like to take this moment to point out, Lane. It's not like Kuuga didn't work out like most other riders, where the final form was like the last 10 episodes of the show. Motherfucker literally did that in the final episode
Yes,
for one
I know.
fight, and that was it.
Yeah, if this was structured like later series, then Ultimate would have debuted earlier, and he would have.
Oh, you would have
used
seen
each
him
weapon.
do it, yeah. But like
not only does he get access to all of his weapons, they're like 10 times bigger. Like
Well,
holy
yeah,
shit.
obviously he would
Ultimate
use
Kuuga
either the
is-
rising versions or something even better.
Fuck.
Like a bigger extension.
Ultimate
Sorry,
Kuuga's
Ichi.
great.
Proceed.
That's okay. So the prototype for the gigantic rod is currently on display at the Tokyo venue of the Super Kuuga exhibition event
Nice.
More details and pre-orders will open on June 27th.
Fucking Decker, the black
Bigger, blacker, white.
Yeah, if they do the alternate version, you can buy the biggest, blackest rod.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're not done with that joke from last week.
Nope.
Nope.
This whole show is a dick joke. Let's be honest.
I really do like how in the show how Kuuga gets these weapons. So it's like, you know, there's a metal beam somewhere, he grabs it and it transforms into the rod, or like, he has a regular gun, it turns into the bow gun.
Yeah, that was the
Part of
funniest
his
shit.
motorbike to turn into the sword. I'm like, that's actually a pretty dope idea. I'm stealing that. Kuuga, I'm stealing your idea.
I can defeat you with this gun I found.
It's like just it's that moment where that's the entire half the reason he needed a cop as a partner. Just to
steal his gun.
Just take the fucking gun and do your thing.
You know what? You know what? A fun
he's
idea for
packing.
if he had like other forms. I would imagine like he had like a shield form, and he just steals Ichijo's badge, and then it just grows into a shield.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like, oh shit! Random piece of sheet metal from a construction site.
Yep.
Shield.
This looks like a Millennium item.
Kinda. The Millennium Rod.
Oh god.
You know what? I think Kuuga needs to make a comeback.
This would be the time.
With a gigantic rod.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a comeback, but I also just kind of want the idea of like his form change style to be a thing. Like, go simple with the form changes. Just have it be a legit different color.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe like a different attachment. We don't need to go like all out with like, here's a potato chip form, here's a marshmallow form. It's just this one's green.
So
this
Deno
one's red.
and Wizard and
Yeah, you know what?
But
Yeah,
Decker-
do what Wizard and Kuuga did.
But Decker, Rising Ultimate was fucking badass.
Yeah, Rising Ultimate was badass.
it was kind of badass.
Just the word rod reminded me of something.
I bought the figure. It was cool.
I saw this online, and be honest with yourself. Can you tell the difference between Rod and Todd on The Simpsons?
It's not that I can't tell the difference; it's that I can't remember which one's which.
That's what I mean.
Like clearly,
who's the taller one?
Clearly, one of them's taller than the other, so I can
Rod's
tell them apart. But I
That's
just
more what I mean.
I can never remember which one's which.
What'd you say,
I
Lane?
think Rod's the older one and Todd's the younger one.
I don't know.
It was two
I guess
space years older.
Well, think of it this way.
Shit.
Think of it this way: Rod because he's taller, and Todd because he's a toddler.
Oh, that should be fully wrong.
Oh, Decker, you don't like
Little Big Brother syndrome.
Here's the evil version.
Ooh, black eye version.
That's cool.
Yeah, even
That's what I'd
better.
wear.
Black Eyed Peas version.
I was thinking.
Let's get it started in here.
Decker,
I cannot believe
You know what we should get started? Our last news article.
Let's do that.
that's true. Okay, proceed, Ichi.
Which is, so the Shin Kamen Rider Spirits Zekross manga series is going to be ending at volume 42.
Nice.
What?
That shit was still going?
Evidently.
Yeah.
I mean, that might just be the fact the translation of it I was reading kind of stopped. I think probably because of a cease and desist from Toei. But,
Possibly.
So, Shin Kamen Rider Spirits creator Kenichi Muraeda promoted on Twitter the release of Shin Kamen Rider Spirits Volume 41, confirming the end to the series. Volume 42 will be the end of the Zekross series. Shin Kamen Rider Spirits is currently heading towards its climax this year. With the way the tweet was worded, fans speculate a possibility of the series will continue beyond of expansion of Zekross' story with the 10 Showa Kamen Riders. So Shin Kamen Rider Spirits is the sequel to the Kamen Rider Spirits manga, written and illustrated by Kenichi Muraeda, based on the original Ishinomori series, continuing the adventures of the 10 Showa Riders after their series ended, as well as expanding their stories with events that were not seen in the original shows.
Like, for instance, how did Rider Man survive? There's a solo chapter that explains how he survived, and everyone considers it canon.
I mean, yeah.
because what else did he die in the fucking show and then suddenly come back for every fucking crossover special ever?
And then he was gacked at one point too.
Right?
Yeah.
Guy on the left looks like a Venture Brothers villain.
Just gonna say this, Kamen Rider Global, if you're listening. Just give us this manga over here, and I'll be happy for life.
Yeah, westernize that shit.
Is that true, Gar?
Well, that and maybe like a consistent distributor for all the Blu-ray releases.
That would help, yes. That would help a lot.
And maybe a
Tackle stage
simulcast release. And you know what? Maybe some stage shows as well as some action figures. No, I'm just asking for everything.
And I want a pony.
I was about to say, and I want a ball, and a rocket, and a slit, and a spaceship.
How many more wishes do I get?
And I want world peace. Does that mean I get more wishes?
Oh, and you know what? Maybe some more Space Squad, because you know you guys sort of left that open ended, and I would really like it if you continued.
But that said, I would love more Space Squad.
Guys, I think Gar's dead.
Again.
Not dead, still alive.
He'll be back next week. Anyways, that's the news.
Cool. We sort of fucked up, but not really. So.
We gotta work on it. We'll work on it.
It's an in progress.
Hard. Actually, you know what? Just to derail quickly for a quick news
for the 11th time.
Yeah, for the 11th time. Apparently, the original Godzilla movie is going into the public domain in 2032.
That's interesting stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
None of us will be alive to see it.
So does that mean we're gonna get a shitty B-rated horror fucking killer
the way the
movie
world's
about
going
Godzilla?
right
You never know, actually.
Well, no, just the original movie is going to be in the public domain.
Yeah, there's a lot of like illegal mumbo jumbo about it.
The IP of Godzilla.
Gotcha.
But like it's
So
sounding
you're
like
not
the
going to
movie
see
is.
Godzilla Blood and Honey. You're not going to see Gozyuger,
I
the
mean, you
amusement
might.
park serial killer.
One day.
But
I mean, you
some
might.
already-
Hey. Remember, though, Gar, the thing with Winnie the Pooh is Winnie the Pooh is public domain, but the version of him with the red shirt is still copyright to Disney. So there'll be some version of Godzilla that you could still put in a fucking public domain thing that isn't specifically the Toho version.
It's like I don't want to get into this because it's very complicated, a lot of legal mumbo jumbo, but it's also apparently like different aspects of the movie, not even just the movie itself. Like the director is going to be in public domain first before the writer. It's weird. Like
I mean,
Japanese
are already joking about the idea of like doing our own Raymond Burr version of Godzilla.
That would be fun, yeah. But yeah, Japanese copyright isn't the same as Western copyright. That's part of, that's a
little bit different.
There's a lot of lost in translation going on.
Yeah, like for instance, you can patent a thing after it's been done by 15 people and then sue them for using it.
There you go.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Retroactive.
Don't worry, Gar. We'll make that movie, you and me. We'll insert
make
ourselves
Godzilla
into
1.5.
Anyways.
Gavv time. I love that this entire episode. This whole episode was just everyone in the show looking at Glotta and going, "Lol, you're not narratively significant," and her going, "Fuck you."
Make myself relevant.
I'm so fucking sad.
Rip Uncle Dente! He finally actually died!
Guys, no. It was a mislead.
And the only reason
next
he
episode
died,
he'll wake up for 5 seconds.
And the only reason he died was because he called Glotta out on her fucking shit, being like, "You don't give a shit about the stomach company and stuff. You're just fucking lonely. No one pays attention to you." And he's
I'll
just
show
like,
you, lonely.
Yeah, like I said, this was everyone in the show calling her irrelevant. Even Longo's done more shit than you at this point.
No, yeah, I was like watching this whole episode. Everyone's like, "Yeah, Glotta, you're irrelevant," and I was like, yeah, she really fucking is.
Does that make her the Peter Chris of the family?
Yeah.
So I
cannot wait to see Rakia fucking destroy her. It's gonna be awesome.
She's Meg.
Shut up, Glotta.
She is Meg.
You know, Ichi, in the thumbnail, can you just have a picture of Glotta with Meg's hat on her head?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, they worked so hard to make putting out a mode for Uncle Dente, and then they were gonna bring it to him, and they found him dead. I was like, God fucking damn it.
Well, like, it was funny because the episode actually starts like where they're going to the cave, right? And they see him lying there, and it's played as a joke that he's dead at first.
It's so funny because like they get there and he's on the floor, and it's supposed to be like, oh no, and then we just like hard cut to Rocky just fucking standing there.
Like the implication,
guys, I swear it's not what it looks like.
He's just being a little bitch.
Got it.
And it turns out like Dente's being a whiny bitch because it's like, I'm tired of snacks. I want to eat restaurant food like a person.
I don't
then,
want more sugar.
He mentions
No, he wanted
like,
more sugar. He rather specifically, he didn't, not that he wanted restaurant food. He wanted like store-made, like fresh-made confectionery.
He didn't want candy.
He wanted cake and shit.
So
he wanted,
like
freshly baked crab.
My immediate reaction to that scene was like, okay, can we not like Uber Eats something out to you? And then I realized, I visualized actually going through that process, just like them standing outside. It's like, hello, I'd like to place an order to cave in the forest.
I am directly under the Earth's sun now.
I'm sorry, now I'm just thinking of Ninja Turtles, just... Where's 132 and an 8? Over here, dude.
Oh yeah, they dropped the pizza in the sewer.
Oh no, I'm just thinking of Sam from Trailer Park Boys just living in an actual cave and like giving them money to get him Swish LA.
and yeah, and that led me to my next thought. Okay, why doesn't Shoma and Sachika and all them get what he wants and bring it to him?
And then
it's not the same.
Well, no, didn't they do that? Like,
well, they
attempted to.
Yeah, the whole episode is them like making this pudding a la mode to bring to him, but like I feel like that doesn't fully answer what he was asking for.
Also, one thing that's like it's super obvious, but like Nielv's been really playing the long game for just like hatching something, and I cannot wait to find out what the fuck it is.
Speaking of Nielv,
it's gonna be a chicken.
Can we talk? We have to talk about Nielv in this episode. As he's like scanning over Jeep in his lab, what the actual fuck was that thing in his hand that looked like a real ass price scanner?
That's exactly what it was.
That's what it was.
That was a barcode scanner. They ripped that off of some fucking cash register somewhere and went, "Yep, no, this is perfect for this usage."
I feel like even a kid would go, "That's a price checker," right? Like that's,
yeah,
just like
I was like,
scans Jeep. Yes, your modified organ is currently on sale on eBay for $150.
No, I'm just thinking, just like, what are you gonna do, bro? Just sticks it right in front of her head, but it's like it's one of the sticker, like it's a sticker price thing, but instead of the number, it just says "fuck you."
I just love it, like he was like Jeep's like complaining like, oh, I thought you said you were gonna make me like fucking like red Gavv, and it's like it's a black Gavv, you idiot.
No, that was him talking to Glotta.
You put a red Gavv on them, black actually, but
the black Gavv technically.
Yeah.
He's a semantic guy.
No, I don't like this picture. No.
What? It's just a grunkle hanging out with his very hot niece.
She's
Really
alright.
a weird gar.
Which is even weirder when you remember
Lane.
when it's even weirder when you remember that's not her true form. That's a disguise.
I gotta be real. Glotta might be giving Renge a run for her money.
Damn.
Put her in a deer, Kigo, and you're done.
I can't come to the show anymore.
You know what I'm thinking about now? I'm surprised whenever they never gave Grunkle Dente a human form. They could just use his VA like they did with Torin from Gozyuger.
Because like he was talking, he was imagining going to a restaurant, but then obviously he gets immediately arrested.
Well, no, I love that like people with like assault rifles come in.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're an inventor, aren't you? Can't you make a mimic divisor? He made a spare Vrastum gear.
He doesn't have the modified Gavv like the rest of the family does.
Oh, his thing is different.
Yeah, he
doesn't. He does have like
remember the human transformations. I believe they stated were actually Nielv's doing. Like they were modifications to everybody's Gavv to let
the part-timers have modified ones, but the stomach family are just wearing belts, the mimic divisors.
Oh, okay.
That's why you can buy the belt of the mimic divisor.
Well, maybe he ran away before he could get one, so that's why he's.
Oh, he does sound.
Oh my god!
He does sound familiar.
That is Vegapunk's voice actor. Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
it's so weird seeing his Gavv without like teeth.
so they start collecting ingredients for this pudding a la mode for Dente, and one stop they make is to this plate store called the Flying Saucer, and we get this funny little bit of Rakia like deciding which plate is quote unquote yummy or like looks good or will match up with the pudding a la mode
because metal's a rock.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I was leading into. So I wanted so bad for him to just like start taking bites of plates.
Well, he said sour at one point, and then we honestly thought he was gonna lick the plate.
Yeah. And then he has this awkward little moment where like he hides his face behind one of the plates.
Hey, Dr. Vegapunk is a fucking fantastic man. You will
What
not
the fuck is this Einstein lick-a-tongue ass motherfucker?
That's Dr. Vegapunk.
Of course it's One Piece.
Yeah, that's the smartest man in the world.
Sure.
More like Nun Piece, am I right?
He ate the brain fruit, so he... Yeah.
Anyway, did anyone else have a chuckle at Niel's evil tablet with the weird veiny tentacles on the back of it?
Fucking Necronomicon ass tablets. It's like, in universe, is that like just the casing? Like, is it like you have to buy that? Or is that how just the tablets come out?
Now I'm wondering, like, is there like an electronics company in the Granudo world?
And it's like evil.
Also, Shoma ran into the convenience store guy again, and it's like, yeah, no, he's definitely related to him.
Has that character been fucking named yet? I can't remember.
I literally was like, who is this?
He always just calls him as like the candy store owner.
Oh no, he has a name. It's just no one refers to him by name, and
so it's just so it's just like Hanto's dead boss.
No, he's just Shoma's cousin.
Yeah,
no, you know that's where that's going, right?
I'm expecting like adopted father.
Yeah, you know that's 100% just where that's going. No, is his brother, half brother or something? Like his mom got kidnapped.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's his uncle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like his mom's brother or something.
Replacement uncle.
I mean, they look similar age. How much you want to bet it's like his half brother, and like when he says his parents died in an accident, nobody knows his dad died in whatever accident, and his mom got kidnapped.
What if we take him
and we half brother, and now my brain just goes to Parrot Kings.
What if we take that guy and we mod a Gavv onto him, and he's another rider?
Oh my god,
Golden Gavv.
No.
But then again, apparently the summer movie's already going to do its own clone saga with Shoma.
Yeah.
They did that, dude.
We've already had the clone Shoma arc.
Yeah, we did that.
We're doing it. Well, just like Spider-Man, we're doing it again.
Shit.
Yeah, it does happen occasionally.
So Hanto is looking for Shoma's mom, Michiru, again, and I love that, like, so we see Shoma in, like, that orange and green looking hoodie, and then when we flash back to Hanto and Shoma having the conversation about his mom, he's wearing the exact same hoodie.
I wonder if that was coincidence or just really good,
timing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Intentional, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, Glotta shows up in the cave, murders Dente with her scythe.
No, he'll be fine.
Yeah. And then
rink.
And then we have Rakian deciding, oh, it was a slash from a distinctive blade. That must mean you're the one who killed Kamel. And I'm like, we established this in an earlier arc that slashing is not unique.
Yeah, that's weird.
This is a large logic leap to make.
And then she says like the most generic line that you hear in these like revenge stories in like movies or TVs. Oh, I killed a lot of people. There's a chance I probably could have killed them.
I probably did it.
It's
like, God damn it.
Who killed my father? Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
Okay, Lane, I gotta ask.
I know who you are.
Lane, I gotta ask you. Did you enjoy when she did a Han Solo style, like dodge the bullet with her head?
Yep.
Like, what the fuck, guys?
I mean, look, we had Shoma do that like mid henshin earlier in the show, so yeah,
it was so silly looking. I'm sorry, just dodging a bullet never looks cool in real time.
I will say it was satisfying as fuck seeing like Overgav come in and just like fucking
bash her off screen.
He just goes like, and then you see like it zooms out and he just like wiped out like a whole like line of forest with that punch. I was like, God damn.
The scythe duel itself was pretty cool.
Yes, the duel between Rakia and Glotta was a pretty good fight. Especially that bit where like she props him up on the tree and then like she attempts to drop him onto the blade.
That felt real for a second. It was like not real, but like real to my heart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, and like the way it was shot again, like just very well shot show.
Yeah,
and that's when he pulls out his Kirame changer and turns into Kirame Silver.
I mean, he's gonna turn into Kirame Silver basically next episode. So
I want Kirame Silver. We got Kirame Silver at home.
Okay,
So-
Decker, can you fucking shop Kirame Silver's helmet onto Vram's new form? I want to see that.
Vram a la Major.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vram Ella Major. There you
that's
go.
gotta be the title for his debut.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but so Vram tries to do a Hisatsu where it encases Glotta in like another batch of the pudding. Have we seen him do that before? I don't think
Yes.
so.
Yes, he has.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
He has. Like early on when he was Vram.
Okay. In his debut? Okay, yeah. Because I thought it was pretty interesting that like his Hisatsu would involve like
pudding
freezing the enemy in place by drowning them in pudding.
Pudding, sure.
He's putting them in their place. Ah.
We served butterscotch pudding for dessert tonight at work.
Damn it, that's actually a good pun.
He gets one.
I like that pun.
H.G's like he's good at puns.
So yeah, the episode ends with Vram getting downed, and then Overgav comes in with the smash. And then next week is going to be the debut of Vram pudding a la mode.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, Glotta fucking sucks. I hate her.
That's okay. She'll be dead soon.
Yes.
Yay.
I mean, most likely, unless there's like a severe fucking change of heart happening.
That's a really fucking cool form, dude. Like, I like that.
And again, it's just drive type high speed.
You know what I just noticed on the head too? He's got like a cherry in the center of his head.
Yeah.
That's cute.
This is a problem we've spoken to before about how like the villains are kind of not the best with Gavv, and I feel like that's part of the problem with me here. It's like because like Glotta has such like had such a little presence. It feels weird that she just like takes them out pretty easily, you know, like all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But
also I like that like Lizelle was like, "Oh, these aren't good human presses for Dark Candy." Glotta's like, "Fuck you, bitch. They are good." And I'm like, they're probably not.
No, I feel like that conversation was more like, man, these are all shit quality, and Glotta was just like, these are the good ones.
You're shit quality.
I count that conversation as one of the conversations in a list of scenes in this show that all summarize as everyone in the show telling Glotta she sucks and no one cares and she's not significant.
Basically.
Wow, she is Meg.
Yeah, right.
She is Meg.
Also, this episode does not pass the Bechdel test, as is tradition.
As if that was ever a question.
It could happen. I hope it happens one day.
Hey, Tara, I think you're getting me and Cell's voices switched.
We do sound pretty similar.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
We're pretty sexy.
Plus, you're all on the same mic, so anyone who doesn't know your voice as well.
Technically, we're not because we're using the lapel. I mean, I guess it's Discord.
The Discord can only hear the one mic once again.
I'm just like, right. This thing doesn't matter for the Discord.
And even if both mics were on the Discord, it's just my icon lighting up.
Fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, when I first started listening to you guys, I would always get Kevin and Raven confused.
Okay, that one I don't understand. Me and Kevin
that one you can go fuck yourself.
Me and Kevin don't sound that similar at all.
I had no visual representation at the time.
I guess.
Watch any of our convention specials.
Never.
Fair.
Nah, they're pretty good.
Fair.
They're funny.
Even Tara's like, no, that's a you thing.
Have you met me?
No.
Oh, by the way, no comment on the episode because I'm like still behind by like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh, spoilers for you, Uncle Tente's dead.
Oh no! Trust me, it's not like the entire internet spoils these things 5 minutes after they thing.
Yeah,
it's not. My whole thing with Glotta at this point is it's with all the villains of the Stomach family. None of them have really had like a significant amount of screen time doing anything.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like Glotta is a cool concept for a character. She's the enforcer of the family. She's the one who keeps everyone on track. But we've seen her do it like once before, and that turned into her beating the fuck out of Honto for a few minutes, unhensioned.
And then nothing until last week.
Family.
And then she just fucking wasn't present except for that one fight where she chased down Shoma for 5 seconds after he invaded the factory, and that really should have been a bigger fight. But
they were saying in the chat that like the writer of the show, like you said,
it's not great with villains.
Not Vram. Freaking
Sugar was good. She just had Sugar.
Valen. She and Valen should have been rivals.
Nah. Look, man. At the point where we were talking about who killed Komel, Glotta was kind of like the big one, the big option in the background the whole fucking time. So I'm not surprised this is suddenly the answer to the question. But
I mean, putting the pieces together of Comel was a part-timer and Glotta kills Renegade and ineffective part-timers, it probably actually was her.
Yeah, no, like 100%. That was the obvious answer from the get-go. Because, that's literally her job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, for all I know, it could have been Rhinox.
No.
Okay.
His name is Tankor now. Stop dead naming him.
All right. Engage.
So I was at the same time a little relieved and a little sad that the opening went back to the actual opening this week.
Me too.
I was honestly wondering what it would be, if this would be like the arc where we get that.
But they did update the opening with Goju Polar, and the funniest shit by far is the one where like the background changes in that one sweeping angle shot, and Mashrio's just on a platform above everyone else.
You'd think he's the leader or something.
No, I will say this. It's lazy.
Sure, but I laughed at it anyway. And yeah, they added him elsewhere and he gets his own standee.
No, like the standee and the giant like jumping shot is cool. Him in the background's pretty cool. The mech, like the duo mech's cool. I don't like that.
The
that
father and
just
son mechs.
That's father and son.
But just him being on like the giant like box essentially is just.
Somebody needs to take that. Somebody needs to take that shot of take a sword and Goodaburn. Just do some like family sitcom thing with it.
Just post the heads of Kasim and Aladdin on them.
Gar, quick thing. I like how you said, I think it's lazy. Then you proceed to name most of the things and say, but those are good.
Also, yeah.
No, those are good. But the main the main part of the dance for the opening is just lazy.
I disagree.
I laughed at like right at the end of the opening where like the logo shows up and then Polar like leaps onto the logo and dances, and then for the last second and a half of it, the logo vanishes and he's just still there in midair.
See, that felt like an editing problem. Like they didn't realize what they did.
Bubble? Yes, put him in a bubble.
No,
people are saying be grateful they didn't do to him what they did to Sakito in the Bunbuja ending. Put him in a fucking bubble and just superimpose it over.
Hey guys, remember when they used to reshoot endings with the Sixth Ranger, like in Zoojr?
No.
That was like 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah, it was 10 years.
Gotta move on.
So anyway,
this dude, freaking Kamade or whatever, like that, like. Of course, he fucking puts honey on everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a bone to pick with this, actually.
Oh, okay.
Science would sell.
Okay. Yes, I get it. He's a bear, and bears are associated with honey. He's a polar bear. They're the only fully carnivorous bears. Would a polar bear eat honey? Probably. But there's no honey in the Arctic.
Not with that attitude.
It's lies. Yeah. It's all lies.
So the idea with this episode is that generic child whose name I keep forgetting is sad because there's a sports fest and he's bad at sports.
No, it was so fucking hilarious seeing this child just like look so defeated the whole episode. Like the funniest shot, I hope Decker has a picture of it, it's just when like he's on top of fucking Goju Polar and you can just tell how like fucking
I get to be part of a fucking Sentai battle and I get zero shits right.
Decker, you're right.
You need to edit the number on, please.
I literally, when we see everyone in their jumpsuits, I'm like, yo, he's just straight up in the Squid Game. Like, It looked exactly like it.
It's just because they gave them all the fucking tracksuits and his just happens to be green.
You just show the fucking old man from the first season and it's like him and his old man.
That's what I was going to say. You could do it both ways. You could do him 456 or 002. Well,
I think it was 0. Was he 001?
Yeah, it was 001.
Yeah, it's
for
so
reasons
funny
I will not spoil.
It's so funny too because freaking Squid Game's coming to Fortnite next week. So
nice.
I still haven't watched season 2. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, yes, you do. Thanos is the best fucking character in that season.
There's a character named Thanos in it.
There's a character named Thanos.
God damn it!
He gotta snap everybody away.
Not his real name. He's a rapper.
Ichi there. Season 3 is coming out soon, so you might as well wait for season 3 and then you can do both of them.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
But yeah, so So like the kid is sad because he's bad at sports, and then fucking Mashiro just walks up out of nowhere. Ah, I sense the B plot afoot. Young child, I am a god. What can I do to make you worship me?
I'll say this too. I did love Yellow's like Ryugi, right?
Yeah.
I loved his whole reaction. You're putting honey on French food.
Yeah, the fucking rich kid sitting there staring in horror. Like, what?
Yeah, no, you gotta remember Ryugi's he's from a rich background, so it's like, yeah.
And I love that he and Mashiro are now like rivals religion-wise.
Pretty great. Oh yeah, like it's weird how like they even get it. I'm a god. Yo, that's blasphemous. You gotta stop saying.
You're a fucking heathen, is what you are.
Yeah, no, that's great.
It's good.
I really hope they like develop this rivalry more. And yeah,
they become stepbrothers.
The named ding dong of the week is Gog Lego, so he's clearly Goggle 5.
Hey, Lego man.
I love the fucking hat on him.
The fucking bucket hat.
I love these mooks like going all out with this.
I said it during Super Sentai Sunday. I'm gonna say it again. Goggle 5 is one of my least favorite seasons.
Damn.
Too bad.
Shit.
So
also quick thing. Sorry. The Kuma bear, like what's it called again?
Bear Kuma.
Bear Kuma. We were talking about how he like spits out the bills. Okay, new challenge for the fans. I want you to tally what the tab is that they owe by the end of this series.
Yeah, we need to do a new Yosha Lucky counter thing where we count up how much Bear Kuma has billed everyone in the show.
How much have they racked up?
How much debt is everyone into this man? Also, that thing. Bear Kuma, yeah, that's like the laziest ass name.
Absolutely. His name is Bear.
Yes, that. I'm just like, what the?
So Vegas?
I did like though, freaking like at the end or whatever like that, he bills them, but then like he rips it and he's like, "Nah, we'll give him a freebie." And he's like, "Buddy."
Yeah, like it wasn't even a realization of he's a child and children don't have money. It was, I'll be nice this time.
Well, okay, because like the real point of this episode.
No, it's worse than that because it's Osama Sentai King Oger, so it's King Sentai King Ganger.
Yeah,
I mean, Kaido Sentai Sun Vulcan.
Yeah, Sun Sentai Sun Vulcan.
Oh no.
This is not new.
Sentai has a habit of doing that. Yes.
Be as stupid as calling something Super Mega Force. Who would do that, right?
But yeah, also her hitting on him again.
Oh my!
Hitting on him.
It's like, oh, how old are you, rich person? And he's just like, 26, or is it 10,026?
Depends who you ask. I'm either 26 or 10,000.
Technically, I predate this universe.
He disappeared around the same time as Rita.
Literally, he was like channeling fucking Thouser, just being like, "Yeah, I'm eternally 26." It's like, fuck you.
Okay, yeah, this is where the lore starts to get kind of sketchy because like. So he said after the universe war, he was quote-unquote caught in a dimensional gap for 10,000 years. Yeah, I read a Repulsa.
Yeah. 10,000 years, I'm free!
So does that mean the universe war happened 10,000 years ago, or was he caught in a dimension where time was different?
Yeah, that I didn't get.
So,
maybe someone in the chat knows.
Here's the thing. So the way I read it when I was watching it earlier this afternoon, is that yeah, when the original universe war happened, I guess, yeah, this universe is only 10,000 years old, I guess, at this point, based on what he was saying. But he got frozen in time, basically stuck in a fucking pocket dimension, frozen in stone, as they showed it with the rest of the Megazords, after the universe war. And then when the whole shit in episode 15 happened, he got freed.
Yeah, because, like...
And now he's just wandering around 10,000... Technically 26 as far as he's aware, but he's been around for, the 10,000 years in that gap, frozen in time.
But here's where I start to lose track of the plot. So Mashiro was trapped in this other dimension for 10,000 years, and he said that Gudabon was the one who freed him and brought him back to the real dimension. Did we not see the exact opposite of that in the previous episode, where Mashiro was the one who saved Gudabon?
My understanding of that is that Gudabon just... that's just how he got the ring in the first place. Like, Gudabon showed up, like, came out of the fucking unholy union that was the whole wedding sequence.
Yeah.
And proceeded to, like, go and do whatever, ran away, did his thing, ended up accidentally freeing Mashiro, and then fucked off to like be in his little sealed away thing because he wanted nothing to do with anything that was happening.
Oh, HR in the Discord points out something that I didn't consider. The fucking Changer and Gouda Burn the Mech are not the same.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, they're not, right?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that because they are identical designs, and that is one I think is the most confusing thing about the show.
Yes. But no, I think that's exactly right. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, so the Changer saved Mashiro, and then he went and freed actual Gouda Burn the Mech.
And Barakuma isn't the Changer either.
No,
right?
it's a separate device.
That's what I mean. Like, he's got so many companions, this guy.
He's got 3 things.
That's too many things.
Also, just want to quickly point out that, like, even though he's like 10,000-ish, that still doesn't beat the age of both Zato and the Jew Rangers being 65 million years old.
No,
that's true.
Also, I don't know how we got this far making only the Rita Repulsa reference and not 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck!
Oh! Because we wanted to bring up the Sentai reference, not the Disney one.
True.
Get that shit out of it. Well, no, wait, we're watching Sentai Daishikkaku. That's Disney.
Yeah, we watch it on Disney+.
Go loser Rangers.
Stop calling it that!
Sentai Daishikkaku.
Anyway, so the actual plot, quote unquote, of this episode. Okay, did we not establish that the No Ones no longer need human hosts? Why are we back to that?
No longer need them, but...
I will say, we did get a brief scene with Brydon where they were like, okay, so we tried doing our plan early without all the rings, and we fucked up real bad, so we're gonna not do that again, get all the rings this time, and then enact our big evil plan.
Can I just say how refreshing it is to hear a villain in a Sentai series be that clear about something? It's like, okay, didn't work, let's do what we were supposed to do.
All right, we fools. We tried half-assing it, it didn't work. Guess we got to do it the proper way.
It doesn't even sound like they're blaming the generals or anything.
No, just straight up. I said, hey, let's fucking do it. It didn't work. My bad. Let's do it the proper way this time.
This is what happens when you rush into marriage when you're not ready.
Been there, done
The mech
that.
doesn't form properly.
People in the Discord are saying these are new ones, not the old ones they have fought.
That.
I think the last episode was meant to be just sort of like that reset in time sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think going forward we're good. Like, I'll say this episode went the whole episode without the monster revealing that it had a human host. Like, it was a surprise.
It wasn't until right at the end where Mashiro literally uppercutted the monster out of the child.
And I want to say this too, because the plot of this episode is like, it's the sports festival and Mashiro, he's not good at sport. He doesn't even like sports that much, right? Yeah. And like, this episode is more about like, sorry, not Mashiro doesn't like sports. Like, he's helping the kid who doesn't like sports. Aoi? Is that his name?
I think his name was Aoi.
Yeah. And this is also establishing that Mashiro is actually a good person, too. You know?
He also chose not to bill the child several $1,000s.
But
that was an afterthought.
No.
Until that happened, he was intending to bill the child.
I don't know. Like, because, like, yes, the bear billed the child, but I don't know if Mashiro was playing. Because he was nice to him the whole episode. He helped him believe.
But again, that was only so he would worship him.
And maybe that a little too. But why does anyone do anything? Like, yeah, see? But the whole idea of it too, that I like is that, yeah, they are setting him up. Okay, no, this guy does deserve to be our 6th Ranger. He is pure of heart to a degree, right?
He is an asshole, but so far he's not an unlikable asshole.
Exactly.
He hasn't quite reached Thouser territory.
Again, like, I compare him to Zenk from Honor Among Thieves, where it's like, I hate you because you're perfect, but you are doing good.
But goddamn, do you do good work.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say this too. This show had a message that I wasn't really expecting, because usually in these kinds of episodes, it would be like, oh, the kid, like, decides, oh, I do like sports and I can't wait to get out there. Like, he's just straight up. Mashiro says, it's okay to hate sports, but you should have fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to be athletic, kids.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Just don't sit inside all day and talk about Super Sentai with your friends online.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm a grown man.
Yeah. I just love that Horo is so, like, weirdly excited for this sports fest, because it's like, I was trapped in an alternate dimension for most of my childhood. I didn't get to do sports festivals, so let's fucking do this.
Okay, that. I guess that makes sense.
I love horror, man.
First event was the beanbag toss. Now,
oh my god.
Now, my problem with it was, are you allowed to throw more than one at a time?
Yes.
What is happening here?
Yes, you are.
That doesn't.
Gar.
It's not really skill.
Hurts my brain.
just the fucking he summons Gudapon and just punches the fucking pole down to the ground
To make it so they can just pile it into it. It's like, well, that is cheating. Like,
Oh, it was good. So good.
but they get disqualified for it, even though the other team was already cheating.
that is true.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just saw the giant fist
you
coming down from the sky.
You were disqualified because you were tied together with a red string instead of a white one.
Oh, that was the most bullshit thing in this whole deal.
Yeah, that was the moment everyone went, oh, so...
All right, fuck this whole thing.
Yeah, that was the moment all the characters went, oh, so this is rigged. Got it.
The thing is, like, what they didn't establish is, like, where did they get that one from if it was the wrong one?
Yeah. It was weird, too, because they actually, like, showed them tying their legs together with that. They made a point of showing that. So,
Yeah.
okay, but we got to talk about the coolest thing in the episode. When they fucking say, okay, yeah, let's work together, though. And they holy shit, that was cool. Where they clapped each other's hands.
Blue and red clap each other's hands and double henshin. And, like, I would have loved it if they had come up with, like, a new dual stock henshin sequence for that. That would have been fun. Cool. But no, and then they just say, number one, and they get over the line.
But because they were fucking red.
Yeah.
That's so adult.
Yeah. Yeah, so then the third round is mounted combat, which is the thing we see in a lot of, Japanese sports festivals.
It's the cavalry battle.
Yeah.
And we go to the quarry, and you guys, like, I've seen this too much. Like, I'm recognizing the crags. I'm recognizing the trees, and, like, I know where
I recognize these mountains.
Like, yes. I feel like if I went to this place in Japan, I might know it better than some people.
Hey, I know this quarry.
Like, touch the ground with my fingers, like, 2 days ago they were filming.
I can taste the gunpowder on the rocks.
It's also interesting to note that, like, we get to see Goju Polar Henshin without wearing his, like, boxing jacket this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the spikes on his shoulders just come in automatically when he doesn't have the jacket on.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. We have to speed this up.
No, I'm saying that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
So we get this cavalry battle, and I just love the bit where Polar just fucking leaps on Wolf's shoulders like, "Forth, my horses!"
He does see them as beneath him, I do suppose.
And then, Goju Eagle turns into Kirame Red.
And then you get the Kira Major ring.
At the start of the
episode, he's like, look at his new ring I got.
They didn't say where they got him from, but the opening scene of the episode is Kinjiro saying he got the Kira Major ring and Sumino getting the Goanja ring.
I also liked Green earlier when, like, they were talking about Mishiro's age. Like, he's like, wait, are you younger or older than me?
Yes.
Also, he almost had a fucking heart attack, and I was like, no!
Yep.
I guess having his age brought back down to a teenager didn't fucking fix his health issues.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. You gotta wonder, like, does he have the biology of his disguised age, or is it just
Apparently not, if his heart started failing him.
Is this a Kamen Rider demon situation?
No, just like, he's just getting undressed. It's just, what's that? It's my diaper.
And Lane, demons was a different situation. Hiromi was the age of his actual body, but using demons was causing him to age on the inside.
I'm picturing him going to the doctor, getting like,
on the
physical
inside.
checkup, and like he's like, son, you have like your urine tests you as like a 72-year-old man. Like something's wrong with you.
Yeah, he must have some fun medical appointments.
He still needs Viagra to get it up. So
I'm the only,
God!
I'm the only 21-year-old who needs to get his prostate checked every week.
He has to just stop eating eggs for a day just to get old again to go to the hospital.
He needs that amniotic.
I'm still waiting for a stock henshin of him in his old form.
Oh, hope so. I really hope we get that. That'd be so fun.
God, that's such a cool suit, dude.
It is very cool.
I wish he was a panda.
Nah, polar bear's okay.
We could make so many Kung Fu Panda references.
God damn it! I think that's specifically why they didn't.
Instead of ice, he's bamboo themed.
God damn. And as we as we established in our group chat, bamboo is the strongest element.
It's okay. We got Kamen Rider Japan.
Yes, the high school shooter. Truly the role model.
Oh.
And Anyway, so Goju Eagle uses Jules' Hiramekin ability to draw in a sketchbook and spawns copies of himself. And then Unicorn mounts up on him to ride, so they have like 2 separate teams going. And it's so funny that Unicorn is the one riding and not being ridden.
Well,
Eagle's got the chalk.
Oh, actually, Gar, before we all forget, we do technically have a Panda Ranger in Sentai. Tokyo Coco Panda.
Just to add to what Ichi said, though. No, I think they did that on purpose specifically so they didn't have the imagery of someone riding the one female ranger.
Yeah.
No.
I love Tokyo Go-Go Panda.
Not to mention, logically, she's also the lightest of the bunch of them.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just, I think it's worth pointing out.
It's funny both ways.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, just that fun thing where she pulled out the drill, and I'm just like, ooh, are we gonna get the fucking lance going?
Yeah.
Tally ho!
That basically was like a jousting fight.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, she pull out the fucking drill. It's like, we're jousting now.
Yep.
Let's go.
Credit to credit to the kid's actor. Actually, I thought he did a good job in this episode. Like, he looked sad. He looked happy. Like, it didn't look like bad kid acting to me.
I usually don't like Toku episodes that focus on a child, but this was okay.
Speaking of the child, did he previously know that Haru was Goju Wolf?
Oh yeah,
that is a good question.
Because if not, he does now.
It's like,
I don't hate kids. I hate Toku episodes focused around kids.
He hates
kids. He doesn't like kids.
No, the X8 Summer movie was too much focused on a fucking kid. It was stupid.
Yeah, that.
How dare you focus on our core audience?
So that was the thing. The one thing I will say about if he didn't know before, he does now. Yeah, the minute that Haru fucking transformed the first time, he was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, let's go." The kid was just like had a visible response, but it wasn't a "Oh my god, I didn't know." It was a "Yeah, fuck go."
Like Ryugi's gonna be his dad at some point one day, so he's got to get used to it now. I do think that like between the last episode where like that was the alternate reality, and this episode where the mom was also wearing yellow, I wonder.
Yeah.
Yes, Gar?
So I decided to quickly look up what the kid's name was, or to see if he was like in anything else, because child actors and all that. I guess Google Translate decided to have fun tonight and get drunk because it translated the name as Son, played by White Bread Zen.
What's his name?
Go home, Google Translate. You're drunk.
It never is.
Yeah, don't trust Google Translate.
A lot of times the translation on names actually works. Also, just to quickly respond back to Decker telling Lane to not watch Kamen Rider X, too late.
Yeah,
by like
watched some
10 years.
Yeah, we watched.
His name is Aoi. I thought so.
Ow.
Aoi.
Yeah, just unknown kid.
And the whole like the Gozyugers being disqualified from the 3-leg race because they had the wrong color thing on. I'm kind of surprised didn't come up during the cavalry battle because they were again wearing different color headbands.
Yeah, they didn't really think about that far, did they? It was funny too how they ended up winning was like White just went, I'm going to do what they're doing. I'm going to cheat, and he just bribed the judge.
See, the difference in the that one, but the difference in the there being a headband color difference and the fucking ankle
different
thing
teams.
It's because the cavalry battles are set up as team things.
Yeah.
So
no, I get it. Why? I just think it was worth pointing out. Yeah.
I just loved his the gavel though he gave him. It was like gold and it looked like an Elden Ring weapon.
So Mashiro bribes Gog Lego, the Judge Ding Dong, with a gold and jewel encrusted mallet, which is hilarious because they are bells.
Yep.
I want to hit myself with gold.
Oh, I'm going to use this to ring my bell later.
Gross.
Gold feels good on the skin.
And then it's like as the Gozyugers start winning the cavalry battle, like actually properly, honestly, and then the Noah just decides, fuck it, leans down and starts shooting fucking rockets at everyone. It's like, all right, I guess we're just fighting now.
It doesn't matter no more.
And then Goju Polar hits him with the fucking hyper combo uppercut, bam. And it was so fucking funny how, like, he uppercutted him, sent the monster flying, and then in his place where he was standing is just the child that he apparently captured.
That's how you do it, right? Thank God. Otherwise, that kid would have gone with him.
Also, I gotta give credit to fucking Bouquet's actor. Like when she like goes through the fucking like the thing and she falls into like the muddy water and she's just like, yeah, like, it was so funny.
My one problem with that scene where like Gudabun and Bouquet Calendius race through this fucking obstacle course is, so they're like, all right, so behind one of these doors is the victory, and behind the other is a pile of mud, and if you fall and you lose. So obviously Calendius falls in the mud and loses. But then when she gets back up a second later, the robot is fully clean.
Weird. Completely clean. That's because when she fell in it, they said mud, but when she fell in it, that was liquid. That was just water.
It was water.
Yeah, they probably, like I was saying, they probably didn't want to dirty up the suit that much.
Sure.
Suit's not waterproof. Well, suit's not.
It's symbolic mud.
Can't wash the suit. We gotta keep it in decent condition.
It's show mud.
Yeah. Tara, it wasn't Owie who got turned into the monster. It was some random other kid.
Who was also bad at sports.
Yeah.
Also, like, Kelly was watching this episode with me, and like I couldn't help but like just like notice that the two kids both have the exact same fucking haircuts.
You mean kids in Japan have more than one haircut?
What? No, I know they all have like the generic just bold cut. It's all
What's that? Small children in Japan all being uniform in the way they dress and look, and that's a thing that's actually policed in schools?
What individuality?
No.
Yeah, I know that's not a thing until you're a fucking teenager.
If that.
Okay, I just looked into this to see if there was anything interesting. Apparently, the Goggle 5 Mook, he was same voice actor as Machine Maha.
Oh, that's fun.
Huh. Cool.
Interesting.
So yeah,
a car.
Fun episode, some laughs, some lore, and looks like next week's episode is going to be a locked room murder mystery.
Ooh, we gotta get Paul for that.
So it's a Sumino episode. Got it.
Yeah, she's supposed to be a detective.
Also,
fire candle. No,
I saw someone post this image of Fire Candle lying there, and my immediate reaction was, in this very special episode of Gozyuger, Fire Candle discovers the human hobby of planking.
No, we can't lose Fire Candle. Fire Candle's too precious.
His eyes are open. He's not dead.
Well, you can die with your eyes open.
Not in TV.
No, that's Fire Candle finding out about Power Rangers.
So wait, if Mashiro reset the whole world, does that mean we're not going to get any more Rival Reds? Are they all done now?
That's still kind of up in the air, I think.
See, here's the thing. It wasn't. The world got reset, and then it got put back to the original version that they've been using.
He died of old age, or would it be young age?
Suit, man.
At that point, he's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
How do you wake up dead? Because you're alive when you go to sleep.
The word, yeah. The world reset lasted all of one episode. We're back to the same world we've been in the whole fucking show.
Yeah, they haven't been very explicit about it, but it very much seems like we're back to pretty much where we were before.
Which I assume.
Hear me out. If we get a Shinkenger Rival Red, I just want it to be Shiba Takuru's actor, like legit.
He's never coming back.
It's Shiba Takuru's actor, but he's in his female outfit from the movie.
Again, guys, he is never coming back. He had to survive drinking water throughout that show.
Oh,
he hates.
No, there you go. Let's get Shinken Brown.
Yeah,
Mr. Brown.
Yeah, Mr. Brown.
He finally gets to be a Shinkenger.
That would be an amazing cameo.
I would love that shit.
Let's get Paul Schreier to fly to Japan.
You know what? Maybe in the Gozyuger Power Ranger adaptation.
It would have been funny to have him be Mighty Morphin Red or like Z Ranger Red.
He's the White Ranger now.
No, we finally make the Baconodon Ranger canon in this series.
They should make like a fucking
I was thinking that too. Freaking like Shinken Red needs to be like the whitest dude that they can find.
Hell yeah,
I'm in.
Hell,
just name him Jaden.
Just get the Red Samurai Rangers.
Yeah, Jaden.
Yeah, get Jaden.
Good Tom.
Guys, I found a piece of board. Good enough.
Samurai
That's
forever.
just the same.
Cupcakes are ours.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Christmas is
Actual
ours.
line from that show.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. All right, we're gonna move on to our feature topic.
Fighter D.
Featured topic.
I enjoyed these episodes very much because these were basically Blue Ranger's origin story and then immediate murder.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna be honest here. So I was watching it, and I'm just like, why the fuck are we focusing on this one guy so fucking much? I wasn't even cluing in, and then he got fucked up, and I saw the scars, and I was like, oh, it's Blue Keeper.
Lane, you're watching the dub. He uses the same gruff voice. How did you not notice?
Actually, I switched back to the Japanese.
His name is Aoshima. He has blue in his name.
You think I've been watching this whole thing and I'm remembering anyone's fucking names?
They say his name.
So.
Well,
I gotta agree with Liam on this one.
To be fair, they did condense 50 chapters into 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm
Did
not
they?
remembering
Is that why the pacing is like that? Okay.
Yeah. I looked it up. First 50 chapters of this series condensed down into the first season. That is the first 6 volumes.
Damn.
Of this manga.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Also, I want to make a correction. So, like, I was watching the English dub for a bit. So, the colorless, like, pink-haired dude, like the muscular dude, he's voiced by Patrick Seitz in the English dub.
Oh.
And then the actual, like, pink's second in command, that's Jameson Price.
Nadeshiko, yeah.
So that's why I got the two confused, because I'm like, oh, they sort of sound like each other.
And in the Japanese version, Nadeshiko is voiced by Fumihiko, aka Kenpachi in the Gaia Memories.
Yeah, no, I went back to the Japanese dub and I just heard fucking Kenpachi's voice come out of that thing, and I was like,
Thinking of it now,
That's the joke.
I actually watched the entire first season in Japanese. I think I switched over to the dub halfway through by accident.
Well, yeah, because I was watching in the Japanese, and then every time I went to go watch a new Star Wars show, it would start in the Japanese.
Yeah, like when we watched Rogue One.
No, I remember when we went and watched freaking the first episode of Skeleton Crew, and Ichi's like, oh, wait, it's in Japanese. I'm like, oh, I thought he was just speaking alien.
Racist.
Oh, man.
It's racist.
There.
But yeah, so...
Yeah, we get Peltrola. The boss monster.
Deneb.
Denebird.
The boss monster's true form.
I will say, I liked when he was like his little, like he was just the head and it would shoot fucking lasers.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Peltrola is fucking busted.
The villain designs are really cool in this.
Oh, and there are more of them in season 2.
Yeah, just wait till you see the fucking snake and how his powers fucking.
That thing's terrifying.
Ichi, you're the Digimon person. What's Hawkmon's pre-Digi evolution?
Poromon.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, Peltrola's bird heads do look like Poromon. I thought you were about to say like, what's the Devas who are like the Zodiac bosses, just the same way these are.
I was about to say because wasn't one of the villains like an octopus? It looked like.
I don't remember exactly which.
I saw something with tentacles.
Yeah, I know the boss you're talking about. I don't remember which member animal-wise he is.
I was about to say there's no octopus.
Oh, the flashback.
Yeah,
one where I get like the face splits open.
Kind of.
I think I saw tentacles. And my mind went blank.
Oh yeah. And
one of them was the boar, and there was the other one that had tentacles, and I don't remember which animal the Zodiac
there was like a
is.
boss monster in a flashback, and in an English dub, it was fucking Derek Stephen Prince.
Was that Derek Stephen Prince?
Yeah, it was Derek. I heard the voice. I was like, that is fucking Derek Stephen Prince.
Oh my god, wait, that was Elgar?
Yeah, it was fucking Elgar.
Elgar's in the dub.
Joji. Fucking Vmon.
Devimon, Impmon.
Davis.
Oh yeah, that's Andrega. That was the tiger. Jesus Christ.
And has tentacles because
I don't know.
You see what
Oh,
happens
that
when
guy.
we
I'm a
space
wolf
out these
persona with
episodes?
tentacles.
and-
That guy.
Why am I
no,
judging?
Recent
that's
episode.
why literally before we watch start talking about season 2 of the show, I'm just gonna watch season 2.
So you understand
No,
what the fuck's
Lane,
going
I
on.
don't think that's going to help you unless you actually like write down the character names.
No, but I just mean like I'll enjoy it a bit more because I've watched it like back to back.
But,
Yeah,
no
so-
joke, that's what I had to do with Kaiju number 8. I had to write down the characters' names and like make a description of each character so I remember
Well, how-
who each person is.
Wait, how
Such
could
a
you
love
how
when
could you
shows
possibly
are
ever
homework.
forget Hibino Kafka?
So yeah, this season we saw Peltrolla, who is the rooster monster. The ones we saw in the flashback were Totomask, who I believe is the boar, and Andrega, who is the tiger, apparently, even though he has fucking tentacles.
Tiger tentacles.
And I won't say anything else, but we will meet several more of them in the second season.
You'll have a good time, I'm sure. All right, talking
In
about the pacing
second
again.
season, what are you talking about? Disney Plus has it as episode 13,
Oh,
14,
I
15,
fucking
16.
hate that
It's
shit.
just like, but why?
Who
Oh,
cares?
okay. So maybe
Because it
I was
picked
gonna- I
up
was
from where it left off and is effectively just a continuation.
Well, the fact
so-
that episode 12 ends with saying to be continued in the second season.
Yeah.
And then it proceeds to just keep going as if it's still the first season. Sorry, Sal, you were saying before we cut you off.
I was gonna say on a list of things that I don't think really matter, but no, I was saying that like it goes back to the pacing issue. Like I had no idea we were in a flashback at a certain point.
It's not clearly illustrated if you don't immediately pick up who this is we're focusing on.
No, exactly. I was just kind of like, who the fuck's this? And then I was like, oh, it's Blue Keeper. Okay.
And like I liked what they were doing with him. Like they're setting up. It's it's an old ass trope. It's like, oh, what a badass. Yeah, well, that badass just gave his earnings away to orphans.
Yeah.
Orphans with diseases.
And it's funny that ended up being the orphanage that Hibiki and Tokita were at.
Oh. So it's like, I kind of liked what they did with Blue in this. It's like, again, I haven't watched all this show. Maybe I will at some point. I liked what they were doing with it. Like, this idea that, yeah, they're monsters, but even monsters, like, have purpose, you know?
Yeah,
reasons for what they do.
We're skipping ahead a little bit, but it's
Sorry.
funny that like what I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Early in episode 12, which they did, you ended up benefiting from, was a flashback to the original scene where the Sentoans and the Dragon Keepers make this deal.
Yeah,
which was the conceit of the whole show.
Yeah, we'll get to that though in a moment.
Well, it's not like they. I feel like it wasn't intentional because, like, Tara is bringing up how, like, yes, it is the first 50 chapters of the series condensed into the first season. But to be fair, the majority of those 50 chapters is everything of, like, D being at this academy.
Yeah.
So, like,
I get that
it's the My Hero Academia situation of they take two or three chapters and condense it into one episode because there's little to nothing in these chapters.
Which, you know, fair enough. You want to get through the filler, but I think it does lead to another problem in a different way, you know, which is what we're talking about.
That's the thing. Like, everyone talks such a big game about, like, oh, it sucks that they condensed X amount of chapters into a shorter amount of episodes, but you really have to consider, like, okay, but how much happened in those chapters? Maybe it's a case of the manga chapter stretched out the events of what was actually happening to make it way longer and bigger of a deal than the actual significant events, and the anime is just putting it back where it should have been.
And, you know, not to be too like reductive about the whole thing, but a lot of this, like, you know, I'm not big into this medium, but like a lot of this is like they punched him. You know, like I get it.
So wait, so there's is this series like still going? Like
it's still going.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, we got all this far just to kill one of them?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it?
We're currently at 169 chapters apparently. That's an ultra nice finale.
Yeah. All of this to kill one of the keeper. I mean, technically, they also stole the fucking henshin device from Red.
One artifact.
So,
yeah.
Well, they stole Red's artifact, and now they have Blue's also. Now that they've killed Blue,
So now we got two
technically,
artifacts.
season 1, 50 chapters. Technically, one of the Rangers is depowered and the other's dead.
I mean,
so.
you know, that seems a good place.
Also, like I mentioned last week, like as I saw in these 2 episodes, was that like Fighter D's like, he's like, why do I give a shit about these people so much? And I'm like, gee, it's because you're developing in fucking independence.
Yeah, I talked a bunch about it last week, but one of the most interesting and at the same time frustrating things about this show is just how amorphous and indistinct D's motivations as a protagonist are.
No. So, like, I'm sorry to go ahead for this, but, like, he's wants to, like, fight Bluekeeper, like, one-on-one. It's like, okay, we're gonna fucking do this, me and you. And then he, like, apparently stabs them. And, like, Bluekeeper's dying. He's like, oh, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, we still have to fight. And I'm like, but you want to kill these people.
No. Patrolla shot Bluekeeper through the neck.
He didn't die because of
a fair fight.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Patrolla lasered him through the neck.
D had the Kaido moment. I wanted to be the one to fucking do it. What do you mean I don't get to finish this fight because someone else interrupted?
Because I saw him stab him and I didn't see him shoot him in the neck. So
Blue
I was like,
fell onto his blade after getting lasered through the throat.
Which I like that, actually.
Okay.
I like that.
I'm sorry.
I liked how sudden it was.
Yeah.
Like that's usually not what you would get with this kind of character,
okay.
and it worked for this.
It kind of makes me think of A Million Ways to Die in the West. Just, he's dead. Oh. Did he hear anything I said? No.
He's just dead.
Like, instant death. He's dead.
He did. Okay, my apologies. I didn't realize that. I don't know, like, this show unfortunately has been like I like it, but it's really hard to fucking pay attention.
That I think is the victim of the pacing. Is that it's hard to keep track of motivations and you know, who's doing what and why.
You know what? Compare and contrast. Kaiju number 8 also did like 50 chapters in the first season.
Yeah.
Okay.
But look how better the pacing is in Kaiju number 8 compared to like Sentai Daishikkaku.
I will not.
But yeah, the other aspect of how D as a protagonist feels indistinct and unfocused is the fact that, like, so he starts out going, okay, I want to kill the Rangers because they've been subjugating us for 13 years. Got it. Very clear. I also hate the boss monsters because they abandoned us and have secretly been alive this whole time. Yeah. All right.
Fair.
A little weirder, but still all right.
Rules.
But then,
I think that part's absolutely fair.
At the start, yes, but then there's all these scenes of like, oh, Piltrolla showed up. I guess I'll like it, and then like there's scenes where it feels like he's going to be loyal to him, but then he betrays him, and then Piltrolla's like, oh, D, how dare you betray us? But then he ends up helping him and forgiving him and just walking away after lasering Blue in the throat.
It realistically, D doing what he's doing is working for Piltrolla. It's just like, okay, you know what? You're not technically working with me, but I can make this work, and it's not like I can kill you anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, in season 2, there's a lot more of that, like, do the boss monsters are my enemy also?
I think it is just the problem with the character is kind of like a little too simple in what he wants. Like, he should have simple motives, but then when that's it, like, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, and then the third aspect is like, while he's infiltrating the academy, there's a lot of times where he talks about like, oh, I don't care about the surface dwellers. The humanity can fuck itself. I'm focused on what I want to do. But then every now and then there's these instances where he actually defends the other cadets, especially in the battle with Piltrolla, where Yukino gets like held hostage with him as the wing. It's like, oh, if you don't care about her, I'll just go ahead and kill her. And D stops them and surrenders. Sure, it ends up being part of the plan because he fakes them out with fake gadgets, but there's clear evidence that despite what he may say, he does actually care about these people.
Well, and that's the thing he hasn't accepted yet.
Yeah.
But that's why when he's talking about how he doesn't care about the surface dwellers, he's talking.
Yeah.
He's saying it out loud because he's trying to convince himself that that's the case. But realistically, all of his actions betray that that's not the fucking case.
Yeah. And there is more of that in season 2.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating while it's happening.
Yeah. There's even a moment like that whole dream sequence he has.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was so fucked up.
It's that moment of no. He does.
I care about these specific ones.
These specific people.
The rest of humanity can fuck themselves. I'll keep these
specific people. I consider to be allies who can help me achieve my goal. But the rest of humanity, fuck it. I don't even want to kill humanity. I want to rule over them, kind of.
I wouldn't even call it they can help me achieve my goal. It genuinely feels like I've Stockholm syndromed myself into actually liking them a little.
But I think at the same time, he also kind of acknowledges that these guys have helped me more towards my goal than the other fucking fighters.
If it was just Suzukiri and maybe Hibiki, I would think so. But the fact that he's also befriending the other cadets who have been with him this whole time makes me think it's not entirely objective focused.
At least one of them knows. Well, he's unconscious now, but at least one of them knows who the fuck he is anyway, and just went, "Oh, hey."
Yep.
And at least a handful of them later on are just like, something's up with you, but I'm not going to question that too much.
It was also kind of nice, like, because like we've seen Blue Keeper like in earlier episodes, and he was like, you know, kind of like a murderous kind of like asshole. He just beat the shit out of people. He kills people. It doesn't matter. But like he does care about like some of the people in his group.
He cares about his comrades, and that's about where it begins and ends.
He cares about his subordinates. Yeah.
Like, you know, that's very basic for this kind of thing. Like we've just said, like, oh, but they're my group, and I will protect them. But I'm sure it'll go on.
He was a fucking gang member who turned into a Sentai guy. He cares about the people under him, and that's about where that begins and ends.
I think it'll move on because he's an anime protagonist.
Well, then he dies, so...
Oh, yeah, if we're talking about Blue Keeper, he's
funny. Oh, not Blue Keeper. Oh, sorry, I thought we were talking about...
yeah, we're talking about Blue Keeper right there, yeah.
But yeah, so it was fun to get all this Blue Keeper-focused story in these two episodes.
Also, Ichi, I'm sorry that the blue one was the first one to die. I'm sorry.
Without saying anything... I'm okay with that.
Actually, if you think about it, fucking like the previous Blue Keeper and the new one, it's just like, oh, what happened to the other one? Oh, he's dead.
I mean,
that's something else we should highlight.
Let's just say, with things we know now, the Blue Keepers were not necessarily the first to die.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, yeah. No, I know. Like the current Dragon Keepers we have aren't the originals.
Potentially, except for 2.
Which means 2.
Yeah. We'll get into that later. But so the thing that should be from this episode, that should be highlighted is even before Aoshima, there was a previous Blue Keeper, Rikuto, who is this old man we see during his flashback.
He was the one like running the orphanage.
Yeah, and then like. It's made, there's an offhand comment made by Red. It's like, oh, the previous Blue got injured, so now we have a spot. Won't you be our new Blue Keeper? And they fully don't address it even further than that.
Which I think means Red did something to original Blue.
What they did say is specifically the fucking boss monster with the tentacles and the tiger mask was the one who killed the previous Blue Keeper.
Yeah, who is also the same monster who tricked Aoshima and his gang.
Yeah. So, like, that guy killed Blue Keeper. That's what we get told. And it happens off screen. Yes.
Okay.
And also, it comes into thing in one of the more recent episodes in Season 2 where they show the fight between Aoshima and that monster and address them as his rival, his enemy.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who killed his predecessor.
Yeah.
Just to skip ahead a bit, I like when Red finds out about Blue Gang murdered. His biggest concern was just his height different. Like,
that was great.
Oh my
his
god,
height difference made our dynamic pose work. It's like, is that all you really fucking cared about?
That immediately gets expanded on in the first episode of the second season. It's so funny to be like. Everyone is like, oh no, Blue Keeper's dead, and Red's like, our fucking pose is ruined!
Right?
Oh no, I knew when I saw, like he walks into the meeting and he's just like covered in blood. He's like, all right, guys, what's on today? And I'm like, oh no, he's fucking insane.
So
as you know,
Red is fucking...
have a problem.
That was the most Homelander he's been.
Oh, he's so Homelander.
Red is... so much going on with Red. I don't even know the fuck was happening with Red currently, and I'm up to date on the anime.
Yeah.
There's some shit happening
This
with
is
him.
the same man who had one of his subordinates accidentally spill tea on him, and his immediate reaction was to stand up, not take him out of the room where they're having their meeting and meal in, and just immediately punch this man into a bloody fucking pulp.
Yeah.
To death.
It's because all the other Rangers know. Every other single one of them is fully fucking
It's so funny
aware.
because like Cell hasn't seen this whole series and like he watches these episodes. It's like, are we sure the Sentai are the bad guys? They haven't really done anything bad. And then I tell them about that specific scene.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Oh yeah, the fact that Red killed one of his subordinates because he's like, one of them was trying to be like betray them. And he's just like, all right.
In this scene, we have
and beats the shit out of the guy in the freaking alley.
We have a member of the Red Brigade who's definitely not Sokka from Avatar, getting chased through an alley because he was a spy for a different organization, which I believe is the organization we meet
from
in season 2.
Yeah, probably.
One of my biggest motivations to continue, and it's such a simple question that I know will probably have like an obvious or easy answer.
What's underneath green masks?
No, yeah. Why is Greenkeeper the only one who has like his full helmet?
They did actually address that a little in season 1, because Green Squadron in specific is the assassination.
So he has to keep his identity a secret.
So he will get revealed in season 2.
Yes.
Just full stop. But like,
I kind of wish there were figure arts for these dragons.
I would love
the Green Squadron is they're basically the ninjas. They go behind. They are the infiltration and assassination guys.
Which is hilarious because green and black are interchangeable in Sentai.
A little bit, yeah. So that is the reason that he has his face covered, because his identity in particular needs to really stay secret.
Yeah. But you will meet him in season 2.
Oh yeah. Season 2 he comes up.
And actually, I'll go ahead and say we do get to see Yellow unmasked in season 2 as well.
We get to see everybody unmasked in season 2.
I mean, we've already seen Red and Pink.
Oh yeah, but no, all of them. They all literally. There is a shot in season 2 where the whole team unmasks in front of cameras.
Oh yeah.
So you will see all of them.
Helmetless roll call.
Not that we didn't already know what all of them looked like, except for Yellow at that point anyway. But
yeah.
Also, can we just give a final moment of silence for the season 1 ending theme? We'll no longer see it again.
Yeah.
It's so good.
God,
Season 2's music isn't as good.
The visuals of the season 2 ending is fucking amazing.
I love the video game shit.
But God, the song in the first season is so good.
I've been listening to that just in my car every now and then.
It's great. It's fantastic.
Great. Love it.
Love it.
But yeah, so episode 12 happens, and we get this flashback of the Dragon Keepers making the initial deal with the Sentoans, where it's like, all right, so we've murdered your bosses. We're gonna let you guys live as long as we keep up the charade that you're still fighting us, and we're gonna fight every Sunday. And for some reason, the public will buy tickets to and gather into a sports stadium every Sunday, where you show up specifically there and nowhere else, and we will fight every Sunday, and the people will believe this is an actual monster invasion.
Somehow.
13 years pass.
13 fucking years of that, nobody's questioned that.
Imagine having the same fucking Sentai fight a monster of the week every Sunday for 13 years.
You've been kind of doing a podcast.
I like the cute little thing when D was bored. It's just like the title like comes over him like
Age 0.
Fighter, Fighter D. He pushes it out of the way. He's like, get out of here.
You know what I think would have been an interesting concept for the Dragon Keepers, like because they've been like doing this for so long. Like, hear me out on this. I think they all should have had like. Really? No. I think all the Dragon Keepers themselves should have all had like really like distinct like physical characteristics. So like one of them should have been like super overweight because he just let himself go over the years because he just like doesn't care. He likes to eat and stuff.
Lane, there's the explanation for why that's not a thing is Red would have fucking murdered him and replaced him by now.
Absolutely.
If you you let yourself go, well, you don't fit the fucking lineup anymore. So.
Our team pose doesn't look good anymore.
Even if Red wasn't like that, just like, you know, you have like one who's like let himself go like by like eating all the time. You have one who's like really old because he's just always been the original member and he's never had to been replaced. And then yeah. So I think that would have been cool to have like characteristics like that.
Lane, we got that. It's called Kampai Senshin After 5.
I know.
Realistically, based on shit that's come to light in the most recent season, it's entirely possible that Red and Yellow are just the originals.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is watch season 2. Gotcha.
Yes.
Absolutely. The answer.
I will also say about season 2, there's a lot more like traditional Sentai versus monster battles happening, and they're fucking awesome.
Yup.
Cool.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Should we do season 2 Or should we do the Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world first?
I mean, first one then the other. Why not both?
Both things are definitely valid fucking topics here.
Or maybe interchangeable, like we can go back and forth.
Like we've been doing?
I'd like to do season 2.
It's the show.
Season 2 is going to be over by the end of the month, so...
Yeah.
Oh, then we can start doing it in like September if we want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whatever's good.
September.
But, so yeah, then we go back to this battle between Blue Keeper and D. And I love that one of Blue Keeper's attacks, as Cell described it while we were watching, is literally just marching fishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fish friends.
Power of fish.
Marching fishes.
We summon the fish.
And he talks a big game about how he's like channeling the power of the dragon god. And my brain just goes, I have the power of God and tokusatsu on my side.
He's unstoppable.
Also, Dory was there.
Yeah, they just focused on a blue tang for a second.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what it is.
You know this. She doesn't, because she can't remember.
Yeah. I also really love that one of Blue Keeper's attacks is literally to just trap their enemy in a cage of water and fucking drown them.
I mean, it works.
Which worked on one of the Peltrola bodies, but then D, like, ignites the dragon gadget to, I guess, explode out of the water somehow.
Yeah, man.
I mean, electricity playing nice with water.
Operation Drown the Bitch.
Yeah. Also,
Wait, no, that was in Godzilla.
That's actually something to wonder about, because, like, think about how the fighters work and the fact that they regenerate. Can you even drown them?
No, probably not.
No.
It's a Wolverine situation. He'll just drown repeatedly, but eventually he'll find a way to crawl himself out of the fucking water.
I mean, to be fair, it is a divine artifact ability.
That's true.
That also, yeah.
That I think is the deciding factor, because we've established that the monsters can only be actually killed by the divine artifacts.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna put that under a maybe, because we haven't seen it to its fullest potential.
Yeah, and I know I touched on this last week, but I fucking love how the Dragon Keepers and their weapons and their whole organization just smacks of what if Bleach was a Sentai. We got captains, we got lieutenants, we got Zanpakuto.
Basically.
It's a more realistic take on a Sentai team, I guess you could say.
I love it. Yeah, so Peltrola lasers Blue through the neck. D is fully unsatisfied with the win. And then we get this very creepy scene of, like, one of the Peltrola bird backups just fully getting ingested by X's. And I assume that's just like alright, so it's stuck in there. That way, Peltrola can never fully die.
Yeah.
And then it just opens up mouth and it's just laser beam.
Oh yeah, she can just shoot lasers out her mouth.
I really hope that happens.
I don't think
Not so far.
Not so far, no.
Mind you, she's not been in season 2 that much.
Yeah.
Very recently.
I can shoot lasers out of your mouth, right? No, the Shin
Out of your mouth, right?
Out of your mouth, right?
Oh.
But, we get a brief little scene where they establish that apparently Ron Maru did survive, barely. The little blue afro nerd dude.
Oh shit, he still knows. Sorry, no witnesses.
Yeah.
Well, at very least, he was very, I don't care what you are, I will work with you kind of moment. So I don't think he cares so much.
And we get a brief little scene of Tokita and Suzukiri where he's like, so, you're working both sides, clearly.
Enemy of the Rangers, yes. Working both sides, maybe not.
Yeah. I also love Suzukiri's relic. It's a fucking magic remote control.
Yeah, remote control. Let's just fuck with time.
It's so fun.
Someone watch Click.
Yeah.
Do you say someone watch Click?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love her. I love her gadget, and I do like how season 2 is expanding on her a bunch.
Yes.
So you get more understanding of what her deal actually is.
I'm so glad we start knowing what the fuck she's actually wanting out of this.
Oh yeah. It's like, is she working with monsters? It doesn't feel like that's the full. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
She wants
cool
D.
too, the weapons.
She see that in his dreams.
Yes, because that would help her do hers.
Yeah, she wants a different thing.
She wants a different thing altogether.
She wants the different D.
And yeah, the episode ends with actual Hibiki with his messed up face listening to the broadcasts. And then it's just like, to be continued next season.
Wait, that was Hibiki?
That was actual Hibiki, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know who the fuck that was.
Yeah, he's got the same eyes.
He's the same eyes, the same hair. He's just covered his thing. I love how the show like treats him like I am doing things behind the scenes, and then season 2 kicks around. He's like he's accomplished fucking nothing.
Yeah, I'm fully like, why is
what
this?
are you even doing? It's like I thought you had some bigger plan to go with.
Yeah,
and
he talked a big shit about like, let's see which one of us can fix this the Dice Sentai first. And then you're just wandering around in the wilderness, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, then like you get any sign of what he's doing finally in season 2. It's just like, he's just been kind of getting captured and released in various places, and he's accomplished fucking nothing effectively.
Yeah.
But he's still talking a big game, like, well, let's see, you've gotten a little bit of a lead on me, D, and it's like, a little bit.
Was this worth cutting off your fucking hand?
Right? He's been through some shit, but he's not really accomplished anything through it. That's the real thing.
Have we even addressed why he has AIDS face?
No, he scarred himself. He did it to himself.
But why?
So people wouldn't recognize him.
He's still easily recognizable.
Yeah, right?
I mean, Ichi, to be fair, I didn't recognize him.
I didn't recognize him. I was like,
there's a brief scene in season 2 where actual Hibiki gets shoved in that cage with Hisui, and she immediately goes, Sakurama?
I didn't even see your fucking face, bro. I knew it was you.
So clearly people can recognize him, so this whole thing is moot.
Though, to be fair, she's been hanging around with D the whole fucking season.
Yeah,
so,
disguised as Sakurama.
Yeah, so she knows what the guy looks and sounds like.
Exactly. So anyone who knows what he looks like would know that that's Sakurama.
Right? And like, there's zero question. She's like, you're Sakurama, right?
I thought it was a season 2 villain.
We fully don't address. They're in that cage for a non-insignificant amount of time, and we fully don't address like why this Sakurama doesn't have the memories of them hanging out for the full season up to this point.
Because she knew something. Because I think she's acknowledged that something's up with the one she's been hanging out with.
Sorry to go into season 2 stuff,
anyway.
but we'll talk about that more later.
I love Ichi and Raven are just like super into this show. So it's like, yeah, it's neat. And me and Gar are like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. I feel like that's like the majority of whenever we do a special topic that's an anime.
Yeah.
It's you get me and Ichi like talking about it like it's we know exactly all this stuff. We're really into it. And then Cell's like, what the fuck? And you guys are like, eh?
I'm still gonna come over one time, and the three of us are gonna just like dummy all of season 2 of Sympho Gear in a day.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that.
I won't be there.
I bet.
Valid.
Or I will, but I'll be like burning the house down.
Valid.
It's okay. Every time Chris shows up on screen, Cell can just I'm out.
I'm gonna go for a beer.
I don't drink beer.
So that was season 1. I remember a decent amount. The Dragon Keepers are cool. I like some of the colorless cadets. They're neat. I don't remember any of their fucking names. Save my life.
A lot of the women in this show are very heavy.
No, they all have the same exact boob size. I noticed that.
All I'll say is the only one you need to remember out of that whole squad is Usukubo, the one with the 2 different eye colors.
So you're gonna say 2 different breaths.
That too.
And Fighter D is neat. I like him.
I think
this is the same guy who makes a harem manga. That explains a lot.
I think a lot of the concepts here are neat. I think the character designs are really good, like especially for the keepers themselves.
You mean a Harlem manga?
Man, if this is the same guy who makes a harem manga, then it makes no sense why every woman in the show has the same chest size. Because if you made a harem manga,
you cater to different.
Literally, every girl should be different.
And also, I'm surprised they didn't lean even harder into the harem aspect.
Right?
I just always find it funny that like once the 2-year like post time skip of One Piece happened, just Oda was like, no, every girl has to have big boobs. Every fucking female.
Everyone to read One Piece.
Everyone.
The boob fruit.
The boob.
that probably exists.
It'll be the end game villain.
No, legit. If you can think of it, it's probably a devil fruit.
God knows there's hundreds of One Piece fanfic.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think it works in Isekai Red.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Well, if you're into anime, just always expect big boobs. It's always going to be
That's just the thing that's going to happen, yeah.
Always expect misogyny.
And if you want even bigger boobs, watch hentai.
Oh, all right, that makes a little more. That makes a little more sense. Or the guy made a horror anime about quintuplets because he can't draw women that look different.
He only knows one type of woman.
He only knows how to draw one type of woman, so he made a manga about quintuplets. Okay.
He only knows how to draw one type of woman. Boobs.
I only know one harem anime about quintuplets, so suddenly I'm like, oh, did he make that?
God damn it.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, please tell me
Did
it's
he
not that
make
one.
that?
No, that explains it. It's a Sentai of women.
Oh. It is that one. Okay.
My ideal Sentai to be
God damn it.
I was gonna say too.
Do they have a group pose?
It's just funny. All the girls
Probably.
have like the same boobs, but then like you look at Pink Keeper and she just has like massive fucking boobs.
Again, that
We
would
should stop talking
that
about
would
anime. Why is it that every time we talk about anime, it always leads to talking about boobs?
Because that's how anime
No,
is.
wow.
Anime
God, this-
ends up leading to boobs.
God, we started this episode talking about the gigantic rod.
You gotta end somewhere.
That's true. So it had to end with us talking
We have
about
to.
boobs.
We have to be equal opportunity.
Equal opportunity. We talk about the big rod. We end with big tits.
We started talking about Cell's cock, and then we ended up talking about boobs.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Something for everyone.
I was gonna say too, it's so funny though that this guy can draw such amazing like monster designs because like the monsters look great
Oh yeah.
in this show.
Oh yeah.
And
Crow's design is god tier.
but all the women look the same. I'll give them different hair.
Yeah, I'll just give this one big hair, this one 2 different eyes, and black hair.
It's like a
one's
Betty
blonde.
This one's like 25, but she looks like a 12-year-old girl.
As you do.
This one has light pink hair. This one has dark pink hair.
To quote Jake in the Mirror, this one's blonde, this one's a redhead, this one's Asian.
This one was supposed to come with sausage.
Yeah, man, load keeps you guessing.
Also, all these women are from different Sentai, different color squadrons. The things all match their hair to their outfits.
Yeah, the one
Except
with
the
the
cadets
fucking
where it doesn't
mouth,
matter.
the one
Yeah,
with the
that,
mouth
they're wearing
artifact.
white
The one with the mouth artifact, I was just like, don't you like go back
Yeah,
to
he's
Kill la Kill?
Yeah, Hisui had big Kill la Kill vibes.
Oh, Hisui is. You're gonna see a lot more of Hisui.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you like her because she's heavily focused in season 2.
She's all right.
Just spoilers for the very next episode of the show. He ends up in Green Squadron.
Fuck.
I would have preferred you didn't spoil that for people.
That literally the first 2 minutes of the next episode.
The poster in teaser trailer spoiled it.
Also that.
It is in the poster. You do see him in the green uniform.
That's like the basic setup for season 2. I don't.
You mean the one who can transform and transform his appearance is joining the assassination infiltration unit?
Yes,
makes sense.
To be fair, they don't know that about him.
That's the thing, though. Don't they? There's some shit to that one. Like some people
surface
might.
level.
Some people might and not give a shit.
So it's the Ultraman secret identity of we just never said anything.
There's the vast majority of the Sentai Squadron don't know. There is most certainly a bunch of people higher up who looked at it and went, you know what? Let's just see how this goes.
I mean, it's like in Spider-Man when they had it be like MJ knew Peter was Spider-Man. It's like, how did you know? Dude, I was your fucking neighbor. I saw you leave every night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
So yes, that's season 1 of Sentai Daishikkaku in the can.
Check it out if you want.
I feel like season 2 is going to be a much better ride, so I'm looking forward to it.
Season 2 definitely reveals a lot of shit. Especially the last couple episodes.
I feel like the pacing's a lot better in season 2. There's a lot more action. There's a lot more explained lore.
Yeah.
There's some really great reveals. We get to see more boss monsters. Some of them have pretty nasty abilities.
Damn it! Now I want to watch The Boys.
There may or may not have been a sudden jump in after episode 9 of all this is happening now.
Yeah.
But like that's like the one issue I have with the pacing of season 2. Because we jumped really quickly into a major fucking conflict happening out of seemingly nowhere. But
yeah. But
Or
anyways,
I might just go watch the manga or read the manga,
Watch
and
the
then I'll
manga.
go back to the anime. Yeah.
Also, I
I'll
love
watch
it
the
how
motion comic.
Yeah. Also, I love it how every time I show up for an episode and I didn't have time to even look at what the fucking special topic for the week
it's
is,
something you've already watched.
I walk in and it's shit I've already watched. And I'm like, okay, bet, let's do this.
Well, look at you being able to remember things.
Right? I couldn't make it on time to watch the last couple episodes of Symphogear when we did that, but I was like, oh, it's Symphogear Day? Oh, sweet. Today I'm just like, I don't even know what the topic is. There are 10 minutes till we start recording. It's this. Oh, okay. I literally watched this like 2 months ago. Sweet.
Fun. All right. Well, that is going to be Castranger for the week. Hopefully the audio is good because we are on our new dual mics, well, arguably tri-mic setup.
I apologize severely to anyone listening to the recording because I swear there's probably been a couple moments where I whacked the mic.
Yeah, if you're like moving your shirt around, that's probably going to get picked up.
Yeah. I apologize profusely to anybody who has to listen to that because that's kind of a new thing to me.
Let us know if anyone has any specific thoughts on the audio, if there's any problems I need to address. We're going to just sort of play it by ear going forward.
You know what? I'll listen to the episode to see how well it is.
Yeah.
And if I yeet my phone out into the field, you guys owe me a new phone.
All right, so Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger. Our feature topic for next week will be Gamera, Guardian of the Universe.
We're talking about Gamera.
One of the better kaiju movies. I swear to God.
I would have been interested to be there for that, but I'm not going to be. So.
Yeah,
One of the 90s films. Very cool.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about this back in March, and then depression kicked in. And then I took a month break in May, so we're finally, and I was supposed to be there in person and talk about it, but now I can't unless I make a decision.
Will Gar make a decision?
Will Gar make it down there to talk about Gamera in person? Will he actually catch up on the episodes? I don't know. Maybe.
Find out.
Hopefully.
All right. Shout out to our currently active patrons, which include Blaze, Armorhide, Minus the Fool, Vegas Bear, and Locke. It is thanks to you people that we were able to afford these new wireless lav mics. So thank you again.
Yay!
Oh yeah,
And
Matt's
also-
joining us again next week for
them
Gamera.
and everybody who's actually subbed to us on Twitch. Also, thank you to all of you people.
And the
Yeah,
ad revenue from YouTube.
Yeah,
All right,
that
Ichi,
too.
make sure to unlock the basement next week so Matt can come out and join us.
All right. Thank you to everyone for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook, where we have all our thumbnails, as I mentioned, our Twitter, Patreon, Discord server, where you can listen live, merch store, all of our cool shit. Let us know what you thought of these episodes in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future. And we will see you next week!
Boobs.
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 God.